No, I'm not gonna be a pop sensation and get rich overnight, even though that would be really nice. Hey guys, it's Teen Wealth here and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, make sure to subscribe as I post finance videos every single week. Make sure you educate yourselves and let's get right into it. Let's talk about my old spending habits. So around 2019, I got a summer job as a camp counselor, my very first job, and it was a private camp, so I didn't sign an NDA, I think I can say that I got paid way under minimum wage. So needless to say, I didn't even make that much for the amount of time and effort I was putting in. But I am still a teenager, so you know, just had to take what I got. I actually spent my entire paycheck in a span of 3 months. And you know what? Let me just show you, and let me just put a reminder out there that this was before I got into this whole personal finance investing kind of mindset. So I definitely didn't know how to properly spend my money. So you know what, let's just pull up the receipts. I would spend things on clothes, food, and also school. So I think that school is a pretty good excuse. But other than that, I was spending a lot of money and it didn't necessarily need to go into the places that I put it in. So yeah, I really didn't know how to budget. I really didn't know how to save money. Okay, then hopefully fresh out of school, I obviously get a decent salary like I mentioned, but I ideally have no student loans. So I would follow the 70-20-10 rule or just make my own proportions so it fits myself better. But ideally, I would actually want to be 50-50. So necessities and expenses would be 50 and investing would be the other 50. And I would have to pay no debt down at all, which is just the ideal picture perfect scenario. But that being said, I would also invest in fractional shares in the S&P 500 or full shares. And I would buy these stocks that I recently mentioned or a couple of new ones that I would really be invested in and I would believe in long term. And I would also put 5% of my portfolio into cryptocurrency, so things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, all that kind of good stuff. And I would also save up for a down payment for my first home and hopefully refinance, get more money, snowball, and create more and more investment properties. Although for the very first home, it would be an investment property because I would live in it and also rent it out. So the tenant would actually cover all my mortgage. So technically I would be living there for $0. I would also contribute to my retirement plan as soon as I turn 18 and try to contribute any money to it and also have my employer match it. I would also ideally be able to depend on YouTube or social media or have my business full time and also have that generate money for me. So I would be my own boss and really gain financial freedom so I can retire comfortably. Now, what about the future? You're probably thinking, how are those student loans looking, Teen Wealth? Well, I am very lucky and fortunate to say that I have a significant amount of money in my educational savings plan, and essentially the government just matches it or puts a significant amount of money in it. So it's kind of a whole investment situation. And my parents actually set it up for me, so I don't contribute to it, they do. So I currently have enough money for 1.5 years of tuition for my top school. Things change, but for like maybe my second, third choices or really any other school, it would be able to cover all 4 years of my tuition, which is, I'm very grateful to say that. This summer, I also have a job and it's minimum wage, and I also have a lot of side hustles that actually garner a lot of cash. That being said, it's definitely not going to be enough for me to pay for a couple more years of tuition, but hopefully I'll be able to save some of that money. Also, when I'm in university, I'm probably going to be working for at least like the first and second year as just a part-time job and make a little bit of cash through there. And hopefully when I'm out of university, I can land a job, pretty stable salary. So I would be able to pay off all my student loan debt. And there's also different like grants and student loans that I can take to also cover my expenses. And also I'm really hoping that I can monetize my channel and get a couple more TikTok brand deals, so I can also use that money to cover any school expenses, at most like textbooks, etc. That would be one thing too. However, now that I have so many different side hustles that actually make me a good amount of cash, side hustles video right here, make sure you watch it at the end of this video. And I also have a summer job that just makes me a little bit more stable income. Now, I do have money in some commodities that can be a little bit controversial, but that's really all I can invest in right now, and most of it goes into my high interest savings account. However, I do have money in stocks that I truly believe in and are investing in, either swing trading or long term. So Apple, Tesla, Facebook, a bunch of airline stocks, Google are the ones I can name off the top of my head, and so far they're doing pretty good and are ones I've had for a while right now. So needless to say, I do manage my money a little bit better now, although I am trying to get that 30% of the rest of my money down, because I do spend it on things like food and clothes, because obviously I don't have any expenses. I'm living in my parents' house and I am a dependent. So that being said, I am trying to get that 30% down all the way to 20, maybe even 10, just as low as possible. And I've been getting into Mint, which is a budgeting app, to try to help me get that money down, because a lot of the times when I'm spending money, and it's like a void, it's like a black hole. I never actually know where it's going. It just so happens that my money is just gone and my bank account is just being deducted. All right guys, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe, because I post educational content every single week. So make sure you guys check that out, and I'll see you guys next time.